Welcome back to Burke's backyard in England. Now, what do you think of that? I suppose one of the things that England is known for, wonderful sense of history, some of the best castles in the world. This one, Leeds Castle, which is near Maidstone in Kent, and it really is absolutely wonderful. Superb moat around it, which comes off the Len River, which is just immediately adjacent to it. And this, the basic castle area here, is 900 years old. In fact, there was a castle here over 1,000 years ago, but that was wooden, although that section out there is around 1,000 years old. But isn't it glorious? Added to over the years. Henry VIII was here. This was actually built during the time of William the Conqueror. But just look at the wonderful colours. Beautiful gardens here. We're going to show you around the lot. Some modern aviaries. This has been upgraded over the centuries, and this really is one of the, well, the greatest places in Britain that you will ever visit. Described variously as the most romantic castle in England, and perhaps also the most beautiful one. This is the Banquet Hall at Leeds Castle. Wonderful thing. Presumably once upon a time long table here. Henry VIII came here and he upgraded the place considerably for his first wife, Catherine of Aragon. This I love. He took 3,000 people over to France to visit a market there, just as a bit of extravagance. And on the way, they sort of passed through here. And I can just see him, there's the painting of him here. But, you know, sitting here, having the banquet, throwing their half-eaten chicken legs on the floor and all the rest of it. Absolutely wonderful stuff. In 1926, an American heiress bought Leeds Castle. Eventually she got the title, and so she became known as Olive Lady Bailey. And she spent the rest of her life doing it all up. Lady Bailey also entertained movie stars and so on. There were people like Errol Flynn, Charlie Chaplin, even Jimmy Stewart. So lots of people were entertained here. On her death, she did the right thing. Set up a trust so that the people of the world could enjoy this fabulous place forevermore. Well, this is the Lady Bailey Garden. It really is quite charming, and there's some interesting plants here. This is one that I'm always saying to you in Australia, if you live in a cold area, you should grow this palm, Trachycarpus. Trachycarpus is quick growing, it's very hardy. It gets so cold here, they don't just get snow. The surface of that lake there can be frozen with ice, so it's a pretty cold area, and there's a palm tree doing very well. Well, this is the English Cottage Garden at Leeds Castle. And most of what's growing here we'd be fairly used to in Australia. Obviously, stacks of roses about to come into flower, but the wisteria, a little long in the tooth, but still looking lovely. Granny's bonnets. These are the English yew, which we don't use a lot of in Australia, Taxus baccata, but just beautifully trimmed, all by hand. Beyond here, the aviaries, and there's some really wonderful birds here. I was just thinking, having birds at a castle is sort of in line with the Victorian menagerie concept or whatever, but its origin wasn't quite in that era, was it?
No, Lady Bailey, the last private owner of Leeds Castle, she had a passion for birds. We've got about 100 species. We diversified a huge amount since Lady Bailey,
yep.
And representative species from all over the world.
So you've got quite a big range of Australian birds, cockatoos and parrots and so on. Mm-hmm. New Zealand kea? New Zealand
kea, the great birds. They're so intelligent and so playful. Very mischievous though.
Now, obviously, anyone who comes to Leeds Castle can visit this area?
That's right. We're no extra charge. We're part of the grounds.
There is also falconry here.
We have employed Lee now, who is our falconer, and he's now on the site. You can go and see him up there, and he's got a fabulous display. It's very interactive. He gets all the children involved, and there's a very strong educational message that comes across with that as well.
Well, there you are, Leeds Castle in Kent. This is a place you must visit if you're coming to England. Just beautiful to walk around here. I don't care what time of the year it is. This is going to look very, very good indeed. Leeds Castle.